What is going on, guys? So I'm back again with another video, and today I'm gonna go ahead and remove the valve cover because I want to set timing on the car. So gonna pull this back, remove the coil packs, remove the oil vent cap and the coil packs so I could remove the valve cover off real quick. So of course I am going to use my electric ratchet with an adapter, and I am going to use a 5mm. Wow, of course, right when I'm recording, I'm gonna go ahead and use a 5mm stubby from Also Tools. So first things first, gotta remove the connections on the coil packs. We're gonna go ahead and set them aside so they're out the way. So, and I believe these are 5mm hex sockets. Oh, you know what? I'm actually wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the, what's the other sizing? It was a 4mm socket. It's a little cold here, so sorry for my breathing. Alright, cool. So you guys already know I'm gonna need that mat from Also Tools. Now, could go ahead and take these off. Just like that. Next thing, want to remove this plate. I believe that's gonna be a 10mm, I believe. Oh, cool. Set that there. Now, I'm gonna want to remove the oil vent cap. In my case, if in your case you're gonna just want to remove the oil cap. No, actually, in your case, you don't even want to. You don't even have to remove the oil cap. In my case, I do, just because it's attached to the lines are attached to the valve cover. And you're just gonna want to set this aside, just like that. Next, you want to remove these bolts. Oh. So for this one, I'm gonna have to remove the pipe. So I believe it's a 13 millimeter. I hope. Oop, it's a 12. Actually, you know what? It might be a 12. Nope. Can't remember if it's a 13 or 14. I'll take 13. Yeah, it's a 13. So not too much, just so where you want to be able to remove the pipe. Now that you have all the bolts, you just want to remove these covers. Forgot the name of those. Just like that. Now you can go ahead. Oh, you know what? Forgot this one. Alright. Now you can remove the valve cover. Just like that. And it's off. Now you can just go ahead and remove valve cover gasket. This is still new, so I'm gonna reuse this. But if yours has been on there for a minute, just buy a new one. They're like 20 bucks at AutoZone, I think. And they're pretty good because this car makes almost 600, and then that's an AutoZone gasket, and they're perfect. I think it's Felpro too. Now, so keep in mind, I'm new to this. I'm gonna want to remove the timing belt, and I'm gonna show you guys in a bit how to do that. As you can see, I put more paper towel over the engine, over the head, just so I can prevent any dust or little particles getting inside the motor. Also, just to prevent like little small stuff to get in the motor, just for a safety precaution. Alright guys, so I'm sorry I wasn't recording. I got a little ahead of myself just because this big light right here on my left wasn't able to reach down here, and my snap-on light kept dying and my flashlight kept dying. So I have my little Walmart light. So basically what you guys missed, I took out, so I loosened the tensioner just down there. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then it has this little spring that you remove once the tensioner is already loose. Then you're able to remove the belt. Now I'm not removing the belt completely. I just need the cams to be top dead center so the car can start. So the car wasn't starting because that was my washer. So the car wasn't starting because the cams, they were just, I think it skipped a tooth. So I'm just trying to put it back to top dead center. As you can tell, hopefully you guys can see, it's top dead center. Both arrows are pointing up and the marks are aligned. So hopefully the car will start now. So I'm gonna put everything back. I'm gonna put the belt back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the tensioner and then put the spring on, and we should be good. So before we put everything back, I almost forgot that we need to align the crank as well. So we done the cams, so now we have to align the crank and make sure that's aligned too, so everything can work properly. So these are timed. Now we gotta time the crank. Alright guys, so if you want to put everything to TDC, which is top dead center, and if you're running a ATI dampener, As you can see here, I'm running that, so it has marks. It kind of looks like a ruler on the side. So it has a bunch of numbers with a bunch of marks. You're gonna want to set it at 0 degrees. So all these numbers mean degrees. 100 degrees, 110 degrees, 80 degrees. So you're gonna want to set it at 0 degrees. That way you'll know that your motor or your ignition timing is at top dead center. ATI set it to where 0 degrees means it's lined up to TDC. That way it makes it simple for everyone. So in case you guys didn't know, you can't see it from down here, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys can see that, but up top you can definitely see that. You can see the numbers. Hopefully you guys can see that, but it's just down there. So I set it to TDC. So if you have the ATI dampener, it does say TDC up top. All you have to do is just line it with the mark on the cover. Hopefully you guys can catch that, but it's pretty simple. Just align it. Now that I have the crank aligned and the cams aligned as well, I could put everything back together and we could go ahead and start this puppy. So guys, I know this looks like a Mickey Mouse job, but I don't have that little tool where you can stick it in here to hold the cams together so they don't move. So what I'm just using a little vice grip so it could hold the cams together while I put the belt back on. So that's my way of doing it. You can do it too if you don't have that tool, but so far it's worked for me. So maybe it could work for you. So just a FYI. So as you can see, I put on the belt now, but it's not perfectly sitting down on the cam. So what you're gonna want to do is put the spring back on the tensioner, lift up the tensioner while tightening the bolt, and then that way this side will pull down and it will align perfectly with the cam. So remember this spring that you took off from the tensioner, so the long side is gonna go on the bottom, and then the small side is gonna go up top. Just a FYI. So now you know, want to put it back in place. Might be a little hard, so just be careful. Just take your time as well. Alright guys, so I got the spring back on. It took some wiggling in. I highly recommend getting one of these. It will make the job so much easier. Now you're gonna want to lift up and tighten the tensioner so this side could go back down. "40 foot-pounds of torque." So if you guys don't know, the serpentine belt, the tensioner should be torqued to 40 foot-pounds of torque. That's what I have here. So highly recommend you guys torque that. It's very important that you guys start torquing your bolts where it matters. You don't have to torque these small little screws. I mean, if you want to, you can, but where it's important, I would highly recommend torquing your bolts. I picked this one up for maybe like $110, I believe, or maybe $80, I think. And it's done me good. I mean, it's Gear Ranch, you know, it's a good brand. It's done me good, and I've torqued a lot of these bolts. So 40 foot-pounds on the tensioner, and you should be solid. So this is how the belt should look like. A little stiff here, but you can still move it around a little bit. Back here too, a little stiff, but you can still move it around a little bit. If you have it too tight, you're gonna hear a whiny nose. What am I saying, guys? So if you have it too tight, you're gonna hear a whiny noise. I said nose. But and if you have it too loose, you're gonna see it flap around. So just make sure you guys don't have it too tight and then not too loose either. So everything's back to TDC. So now all I have to do is just literally put the valve cover, the gasket back on, and we should be done with this car. Alright guys, so now I just gotta torque the mounting screw on the oil vent cap. So if you guys have the level 7, you guys know that it is a 34, if you guys don't know, it's a 34mm socket. I don't have that socket, so in that size, so I have a 1 3/8 socket, which works perfectly fine. So if you don't have a 34, just use a 1 3/8 socket and you should be good. But also the torquing spec to that, it's 48 foot-pounds of torque on that screw. I thought that was a lot, but apparently that's okay. There you go. We're gonna set it to 48 foot-pounds. That's fine. Doesn't have to be exact. It's should be good. Alright. Oop. Let me put it this way. Should be good right there. That's okay. So one thing about this torque wrench is that it starts beeping so early. That's one thing I hate about it. It's at 41, you know? It's supposed to be 48. That's what I don't like about this torque wrench, that it just starts beeping. I think once it's at 50% torque, it starts beeping. That's way too early for me. Just double checking the torque. There you go. Before, this cap kept on getting loose, but that's because I never torqued that mounting bolt. I always put it like hand tight, or a little bit tighter than hand tight, and I always wondered why it kept getting loose until I finally torqued it to 48 foot-pounds per the instructions on the website, and it worked. It stopped getting loose. I stopped getting oil coming out of here, so it worked perfectly for me. So if you have this same oil vent cap, 48 foot-pounds is the sweet spot on this. Cool. And we're all good, guys. So I'm finally done. All I have to do is just put the tire on. Put the wheel on and start up the car, because I do want to hear if I fixed the issue or not. I hope I did. I really hope it starts, or else I'm gonna be bummed out. Alright guys, so we back in the garage. I took the car out for a drive, as you saw in the previous clip. I didn't do no pulls just because I just want to go on slowly with the car. It's been sitting for a couple weeks now, maybe like a month, maybe 2 months. So I need to put fresh E85 in the car, so that's why I didn't push it too much. And the clip that you saw is probably like 25% throttle. So this car is super fast. That's why I'm a little scared on beating on it. But This is how my engine bay looks when it's all done and put back together. It looks pretty clean. Not clean, but like it looks okay, I guess. I like how it looks. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys like this video. Hopefully you guys learned something. So the video that I did today for you guys is just, if in case you guys have the timing belt on already and want to fix timing, just watch my video. It helps you. That's just how I do it when I already have the belt on, but I want to take it off to adjust something and put it back on. That's just how I do it. If you want to do a whole replacement on the timing belt, that's a whole different video. That's like a little more steps into it. You got to take off a lot of things. But the way I did it is just how quickly you can take off the timing belt, adjust your calves and your crank, and then put the timing belt back on. That's just how I do it. It's always done me good. So in case you guys want to take my helpful tips, go for it. But yeah, I think that's gonna complete today's video, guys. This is a look on my little carrito. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, please. And if you guys aren't already, follow me on TikTok. I post a lot on this car. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, hit the like, and comment down below if you guys have any questions. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.